My name is Oliver Queen. After 5 years in hell, I have come home with only one goal: to save my city, to honor my father's dying wish, and use the list of names he gave me to bring justice to those who have poisoned my city. I must become someone else. I must become something else. The great metal bird touches the sun-kissed sky as its inhabitants make way for New York, the monolithic city seeming so small from above. But the problems of the city are not small to those entering it, singularly focused on what waits for them. I wouldn't have thought the Hood would be so willing to leave Starling. Must be a hefty name on the list, with ties to embezzling, drug trafficking, human trafficking, and abuse of tenant agreements, I would say so. So how are you gonna swing Oliver Queen suddenly leaving for New York? Oliver Queen, after 5 years, going to one of the biggest party scenes there is? Hardly a stretch. No, because you were a big party guy, right? Who would drink and party and do drugs a lot and was a complete... I think what Felicity means is... good cover. Meanwhile, in Hell's Kitchen, the makeshift office with a taped-on sign on the door holds the law firm of Nelson and Murdoch as they prepare for their latest case. Okay, I think we have an actual chance of winning this. Some evidence and a pretty good witness. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The case hinges on circumstantial evidence, and if the jury doesn't find our witness credible, you worry too much, Foggy. You built a great case. Now all we need to worry about is going against Fisk's legal team. As Murdoch says this, Karen Page enters. We have another problem. Our witness hung himself last night. What? No, he wouldn't. No, it's Fisk. He's covering his tracks. Alright, I say we shake some street rats, look for a new witness, crack some names and take some skulls? That would be coercion, Foggy. And who'd be willing to testify now? Okay, well we still go forward. If we can still bring a case against Fisk, maybe he won't be able to go forward with his plans. Really? It's a slim chance, but still a chance. We have to have faith that justice will win. But something Matt Murdoch hears could change that, as he imperceptibly hears a conversation had blocks away. About a list. The apartment of Wilson Fisk looms over Hell's Kitchen, a brutally sparse space of little colour and little joy. It is ironic for a man who hinges so greatly on discretion to be surrounded by full-body windows, perhaps emphasising more on the view of his kingdom than his own personal discretion. The latest report says the plane is still en route, sir. When it lands, make sure Vanessa is safe, and knows I will join her soon once I have dealt with legal matters. Yes, sir. And get me the file on the lawyers. What we have on the two could turn the tide. Are you sure, sir? They're both clean. I did not ask for your opinion, Mr. Bates. Before Bates can move, the lights go out. The tension suddenly becomes palpable. Must be the circuit breaker. I don't think so. Both of them get out their handguns as they make ready to move. Sir, we need to get you. The guard is cut off as a green-garbed figure suddenly bursts through the window, disarming one as he sweeps and knocks out the second, knocking back and shooting an arrow at the still conscious first. In a flash, knocking another arrow. Wilson Fisk, you have failed this city. Enjoying the video so far? Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next upload. As the Hood shoots the arrow towards the crime boss, it is suddenly intercepted by a thrown billy club. As through the apartment door comes the red-garbed vigilante of Hell's Kitchen, the club bouncing and ricocheting off of surfaces until it is caught by Daredevil. Leave while you can. Not yet! The Hood begins to shoot a series of arrows at Daredevil, quickly reloading and pulling back the arrow faster than most. But Daredevil defends and parries every shot before the last one is caught by the hand as it flies towards the masked face of the vigilante. Daredevil throws the arrow back at the Hood, who dodges and runs forward to face the new threat, trying to sweep Daredevil underfoot with its bow. But the Devil of Hell's Kitchen flips over the attack, striking the jaw of the Hood. The pair beginning to engage, they trade blows and parry each other's attacks. In the middle of the attack, the Hood tries once more to shoot the still standing Fisk, but Daredevil intercepts the shot as the Hood cheap shots Daredevil when distracted. Sensing the opportunity is lost, the Hood dives out of the open window, grapple arrow catching the Starling City vigilante as he gets away. With the assassin gone, Daredevil notices a piece of evidence, an arrowhead broken off of one of the intercepted arrows. He contemplates the object when he hears clapping. I must thank you for doing the work of one of my bodyguards for free. I only stopped him so you could face justice. Don't forget that. As Daredevil dives out the window, Fisk smirks at the situation he has found himself in as another guard comes into the apartment. Have the safe house made ready. Back at the ensuite apartment of Oliver Queen, he removes his hood as he enters, with Felicity Smoke at the makeshift hub station. That did not sound good. It wasn't. I expected to run into the Hell's Kitchen vigilante. Just not that quickly. Vigilantes tend to be quite territorial. Doesn't matter. Once I've dealt with Fisk, we'll be out of here. He'll have gone to ground now. Security cameras caught Fisk leaving 20 minutes ago in a black SUV. I can run the license plate through a camera recognition algorithm. Finding Fisk is one problem. What about if you run into this devil guy again? I'll deal with him. Cool, got a crucifix arrow stashed in that quiver? If he was dealing with a vampire, then sure, it wouldn't work anyway. The night air chills as the hood surveys the scene. A disused warehouse, converted into apartments and a work office. 3 main doors and 1 emergency exit. Several windows and a skyline. No idea how many gunmen and hired goons wait inside. It doesn't matter. He'll go through as many as it takes to reach his target. Come here often? Like lightning, the hood knocks an arrow, pointing it towards Daredevil. Why are you protecting Fisk? I'm not. I just don't want you to kill him. Fisk needs to face the law, not a self-appointed executioner. Nice words coming from the devil of hell's kitchen. Listen. There are those working to take down Fisk, compiling evidence, witnesses, enough to put him behind bars for a long time. His victims can't see justice done if Fisk has an arrow through his skull. The tension reaches a boiling point as the hood's heartbeat reaches fever pitch, considering the words of this other vigilante, until finally, he relents, slowly relaxing the bow. Partners, just this once. Fisk is planning to leave the country. If we act now, we can delay his flight plans. How many do you reckon? 20 in total, 15 on the lower floor, 5 on the main room with Fisk. Detailed guess? Not a guess. Shall we? The hood shoots a zipline arrow as the pair fly across the scene into the lower window. The pair are met by the 15 gunmen. The pair split up to deal with the crew as bullets fly, and the vigilantes begin to disarm the crew. Daredevil senses a fire extinguisher nearby. He knocks the barrel of a goon's gun, making him fire into the extinguisher, sending gas out into the air that blinds all within its cloud. But one blind man can still see. He begins to use his club to handle the goons around him. Disarm, break, rips, jugular, onto the next, sweep, solar plexus, third of the weak shoulder. Easy to dislocate. I can't see! Fire at 6 o'clock now! The hood fires, squarely hitting a goon in the shoulder. 3 o'clock. 7. 2. 1 o'clock. The hood shoots a boiler arrow and fires the last 2 together. Thanks, don't thank me yet. The 2 reach the upper floor as 5 more, armed with knives, clubs and chains, prepare to meet the 2. My turn. The hood shoots the arrows that disarm the club wielders as he slide tackles the first goon, sweeping with his bow as he strikes and grapples the man, twisting the arm of one as he front kicks another, throwing a third as he shoots another. Point blank in the knee. The chain goon swings, but the hood dodges as he catches and grapples the arm of a goon, wrestling him to the ground as he punches out the last goon. But the hood does not see the last goon as he recovers behind him, knife in hand. But a club propels out, striking the goon directly in the nose as Daredevil stands leaning against the wall. I'd give 8 out of 10 for execution. Shut up and let's finish this. The pair make way for the main doors to Fisk's safe house as they each square up by the door, the hood knocking an arrow and Daredevil club in hand. They kick open the doors, finding Fisk sitting behind the desk. It seems money does not pay for skill these days. I don't expect it'll pay for your freedom either. Save your breath. Daredevil casually strolls towards Fisk as the crime boss makes to punch Daredevil. He catches the fist in his hand, twisting it up to breaking point. He casually grabs Fisk's face, only to reveal it to be a falsity as the white, featureless face of the chameleon is revealed. Decoy. The hood ties up the chameleon with a bowler arrow as he approaches Daredevil, incensed. You knew this whole time? Fisk already left by the time you got here. So what was the point of all this? Wasting time that could have been spent stopping Fisk from leaving New York! Leaving behind, he approaches a nearby cabinet of paperwork, evidence of extortion, and his leaving can be argued admission of guilt, enough for a warrant to seize his holdings in New York. The hood makes to leave, angered by the trick. Why? If I hadn't, you would still be trying to track down and kill Fisk. Now you know he can never do business here again. That's enough to cross him off the list. The hood turns, shocked. How does he know? Enough. Time to go. The next day brings triumph for Nelson and Murdoch, as their case against Fisk meets victory. Okay, I don't know how we pulled that off. Well, they always tell you, Foggy, you're a better lawyer than you give yourself credit for. Oh, I know I'm a good lawyer, but having a win this decisive after losing a witness yesterday? Well, the Lord always provides. Or a certain vigilante. You know we'll be indicted if that ever comes up, right? I only found the evidence and placed an anonymous call with the precinct to check out the building. And step over all the unconscious bugs in the lobby. Apparently evidence says you had help. New guy? No. Just a flyover visit. Meanwhile, at the airport. You're more broody than usual today, Oliver? Homesick? Mystery sick. I know nothing about that guy, and he knew so much about me. Easy to understand though, putting you on edge. I just wonder if I can trust him. Yeah, trust the guy dressed like the devil. Tough call there. As Oliver Queen ponders this, he is suddenly knocked from behind by a swung cane as a blind man walks into him. Oh, I'm sorry, are you alright? Yeah, I'm okay. Are you? Do you need help? No, I was just seeing off someone. Rather hard to do that with... Right. Do you know where you're going? Or... Thanks, but I'll be fine. Thanks. As the blind man goes to shake Oliver's hand, he palms to Oliver an arrowhead. Motioning to leave, the man whispers, "Stay out of my city."